Hello everybody, welcome to my space. It is Wise Readings with Jane, and we are lifting ourselves into a higher way of being. Now, we are going to do past lives with Pick a Pile. I have been thinking about this for a few days now, and I feel very drawn to doing this. So maybe there is something that you want to know about your past life. It could be that simple. There could be a energy that you want to release from a past life, that you want a little bit more understanding about. Just watching this may simply help release that pattern. So, first time doing a pick a pile past life reading, we will see how it all goes. So, what I have written down here, it is the 30th of June if you want to know that, 2025, but this is kind of a timeless reading. Uh, literally, it's past lives. Right, what do we need to know to help us move forward? All energy is relatable, all right? Okay. So let's just jump on in. I will put the timestamps below for everybody so you can take a minute to focus on your piles, right? Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Go with your first instinct and let us begin. All right, pile 1, let's go. This is to do with your past life. What do we have? We have Yang. So it was it was possibly a very fast moving, very active period of time that you were in. Something where I feel like it was construction, the building of something, the building of cities, empires. See what else we get. Clean it up. So it feels like it was a time where things were being built. You were kind of getting up out of the dirt and the mud and forming civilizations that were running more efficiently, right? Okay. I may choose to, I will explain what I can see, but I want to get, yeah, right. I want to get a few more cards out. So this is the thinker. So this is very much in keeping with what I was thinking of, feeling like a Roman Empire. I've got those massive structures, and it was a time where there were great philosophers, and they had deep theories about how life should be, what life should be about. So we were coming into the age of thinking. We were coming into a lot of construction, but also deep spiritual truths within the civilization. They had a lot of beliefs around mythology. And we have the High Priestess, the Three of Pentacles, right? So this was a time that people were leveling up. They were starting to follow some sort of religious group or sector, or there were governments put in place, that there were people that were in control. I feel like you were a person that possibly worked for either a government organization or someone of immense power. Right, interesting. Okay, neglect. Someone isn't paying you the attention you deserve. Remember your worth. I feel like you were a very intelligent person, and you were very much part of the plan of everything, of this construction, or maybe the design, or you were documenting things. But your value, your worth, your intellect wasn't it wasn't honored in the way it should have been, right? You were just a worker. And even though you were incredibly clever and did some amazing things, because you weren't maybe born into that level or that society, you always stayed behind the closed door. Isn't that interesting? Wow. We have antelope spirit, life is speeding up. Moth spirit, surrender now. You, life probably was going faster. And surrender now, you had to just surrender to what was going on around you. You were born into a level, a station, whatever you want to call it, that almost kept you stuck. So in this energy of today, where if you relate to this, you may feel a real need to strive, a real need to be at the top of your game. You might have a need to control an environment. You might want to be the boss, be the leader. The energy is certainly sitting there. That intelligence, I feel, is still coming through. And Spirit is saying it's not about actually controlling other people. And it's interesting with that, clean it up is often about your own energy structure, not somebody else's. And Spirit is saying to you that just to be in control of your life, perhaps your mind can possibly speed up and go down these rabbit holes, and you've got to bring yourself back into balance, right? Some of the thinking needs to have some action in behind it, but it could be because you were only allowed to ever go so far in this lifetime. So if that resonates with you, possibly there is a need to get out of the mind and take some action into some things. Don't let other people and the surrounding energies influence your determination to move forward in this life. Spirit is saying you can do it. And possibly when we have energies like this around us, we recognize that past energy simply by recognizing it and taking the leap forward, right? The courage to step forward. It simply disperses that energy and off you go. So it could be a feeling of courage that you need to move forward. All right. Let me get you a tea if you are following my teas. We'll add some teas into this because it's very good on a physical level to add the teas into your body, right? Dandelion, interesting, which is it's very earthy. It's about releasing. It's about detoxing your liver and your kidneys. Your kidneys can be, that organ can be to do with a feeling of not feeling good enough. So this is about knowing your worth. Blue cornflower, that's that intelligence that I'm feeling. Perhaps that connection between your mind and your action, bringing something down out of your thoughts, your intuitive side, and acting on it. Oh yes, and we've got ginger, fire in your belly. So this is a nice blend of earthing something, earthing your ideas, putting that creativity. Ginger's about creation as well. That creativity into your life, to action some plans to complete and move forward. That was really interesting. I hope you've resonated with that pile one, and leave a comment or a thumbs up in the in the comment section if you want to, and I will see you at another point. Bye for now. Hello pile two people. All right, let's just jump on in. What is this past life that is resonating with you? Loyal heart. Interesting. Could be about relationships. Could be about a significant person. We'll see what else comes through. Time to go. It actually feels like you were left behind. So you suffered grief. Okay, I'll see what else. I am feeling a certain story or a time and place. Queen of Wands. Seven of Wands. You've got the Three of Cups in the reverse. Oh, and the Empress in the reverse. This feels very much like what I can actually see is a Victorian energy, like an 18th century English kind of feel. And I almost feel like you, male or female, it doesn't matter, but in a position where I feel like somebody passed. It feels more like a husband, and you were the wife. I guess we can reverse roles, whether you're female, male now, it doesn't matter. But you were left behind, and it changed your life dramatically. It could have been financially as well. You could have found it very hard on your own. It wasn't a time and place where you naturally just went out and got married again. So the Empress in reverse, you felt powerful, loved, nurtured. I mean, just even very cared for in this relationship. And you lost that. This was very heartbreaking for you. The Three of Cups is about rejoice, celebration, the joining of two to make a third. And you lost that. I feel grief might play quite a big part in your life today. You might find it very hard when somebody passes. You might have I've actually got a child that passed too. So maybe you also lost a child in this lifetime. Maybe you've lost a child in past, or this one. The Queen of Wands and the Seven of Wands, you really had to defend your position. I think you had to work hard after this happened. But you did achieve that. But you might feel like in this lifetime that you really feel like you need the support around you of other people. You might feel more comfortable in in groups of people rather than being alone. You might find it very hard to be alone. And this actually you might be needing to take a step forward in this lifetime and do something on your own. There might be a challenge ahead and you're really not feeling the support of everybody else. But they are supporting you as much as they can. It's just you've got this feeling of loss that comes from somewhere else. So by simply recognizing this, if this resonates with you, and it will on an energetic level, it's not so much these past lives are not so much the mental level, it's a feeling that knowing that you are loved and you are safe in this lifetime is very important for you, that you're not being left behind. Purity and innocent love, sincerity, a pure and simple romance. You might strive very much for love in your life in this lifetime, whether you've achieved that perfect partner or not, but love's very important to you. You'll go above and beyond a sense of duty for the people that you love. Your family will be very important to you in this lifetime, and honor that feeling too, because I think if you do have this beautiful love in your life, it could be through your children. When you do hit those places in this life, they are very, very important to you because they're healing something within your energy system. Believe in yourself. And that's perfect, because I feel like Spirit is saying you are supported and you are loved. Maybe you feel like you're not loved enough, like there's something here about people not showing up enough for you, but they're doing as much as they can. And the feeling of maybe you are surrounded by everybody but you still feel hollow doesn't come from this lifetime. So simply acknowledging this, I think, is helping shift that energy. It's very beautiful. If you're on the tea journey with me, I'm going to pick you some teas. that are going to help shift, heal, disperse this energy. I need one more, spirits. Yet again. Oh, we've got dandelion. I had that in the pre-pile one as well, which doesn't surprise me because this is about releasing things. We have a borage, which is courage. Have courage to move forward. We have spearmint. Lifting your energy up, being confident in yourself. That's really interesting. Believe in yourself, right? Shift the perspective of this energy around you. If this resonates, think about it, right? Take the tea, take some time out. Know that people around you are doing as much as they can, the best they can. This is about you stepping forward with love in your heart, an open heart. We have rose hips here, which is about blood. It's about, actually, funny enough, blood in the Untitled book, The Body is the Barometer of the Soul. It's all about the blood. If you love yourself, your blood is good, kind of thing. So this is definitely about loving yourself, knowing that you are lovable. And actually, I feel like this person in spirit, even though I'm going back sort of 18th century kind of thing, medieval times perhaps, maybe even before that, that this person has flowed in and out of your life for a long time. You might get a sense of spirit around you, and they will be by your side forever. So you're very loved from the spiritual world. All right, pile 2, leave a comment if that resonates. And we will see you all again another day. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile 3. This is for you. Right, we are jumping into this past life. Let's go. Okay. To be fair. To be fair. I get a couple of messages with this. So hang on, let me get another card. Treasure Island. Actually, you got 3 of these. So hang on, let me get the other one. And Between Worlds. I feel like this actually is saying to me straight away, I got it with that to be fair, that you were some sort of person that controlled an environment, that like a judge that made decisions of what was happening in the world. Treasure Island, whether you had prosperity, whether you won, it definitely shifted people. I feel like you had quite a lot of authority, but you also had a lot of pressure in behind you for making the right choice. So this is about choices. And you were in a seat of power that really reflected, it feels very much like a judge, and what the judge said went. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have 8 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. So I also feel like you possibly made a lot of money, right? You were very well respected in your community. You actually took the pressure of making these decisions very seriously. And I feel like you were a beautiful pillar of the community, even though that was an incredibly hard job to fulfill. You brought in justice to people, and you gave them actually how it feels with the 8 of Pentacles, even though this is about money. It actually gave people a lot of hope, because it felt like if they were done wrong, that the right would be, righted. It would come back, to be fair, it would come back into balance again. 7 of Pentacles in the upright is taking stock of things, right? Is looking at your worth. And I feel like even though you did a fantastic job, you're a pillar of the community, you lived well, I feel like you possibly, what it feels quite masculine to me, you had a beautiful home and children, that you bore the stress of it. You could never fully enjoy your life because you were very committed to the importance of this role. Infatuation and intense attraction, falling head over heels. Be careful. This actually feels like, doesn't matter what happens in your life, you are going, it's almost like you fear the worst, because I feel like, and you've got you might have had beautiful things happen in your life, beautiful energies, but you really do feel or fear things going wrong, or maybe you feel like you're very responsible for everything, and that puts a pressure on you. Platonic, this is not a romantic connection, let's just be friends. I also feel like with this card is that you couldn't have a lot of friendships because you had a very tight circle of people because of the job that you held. So once you became this identity in a community, even larger, I feel like it's more of a city, that you had to withdraw yourself to a certain point. So the people around you became very important. Infatuation, possibly though, to a point of worrying about them. Wow, take the lead. Look at that. You were a leader in the community. I mean, I feel like this is the strongest card in that deck, which is an Oracle, Spirit Oracle deck. I feel like you want to take the lead, or maybe sometimes this could be through children, that you want them to do well, but that feeling of control is hard for you to release because you worry and you want everything to be fair. And perhaps also too, sometimes that fairness energy has left you missing out on things in your own life because you just want the fairness for everybody else. Maybe you give away your time, maybe you give away a lot of your love, maybe you give away your money, and you leave yourself short energetically, financially. Interesting energy. If you're doing the tea journey, well, I'm going to pick some teas for you. So this is about a recognition of you actually also needing friends, being in an environment, not shutting yourself away, letting other people help you in your life. Fairness is a big one too, though, here. Maybe you've had things done in your life that have been very unjust for you, and you can't let it go. You can't move from them. You feel like karma needs to happen in order for you to feel settled and move forward in your life. But Spirit are going, well, you know, the universe sorts that out. Let that go. You don't have to have this through your life. You can also have your abundance no matter what's going on around you. There's a lot of money here with the treasure, and I think too you need to enjoy the fruits of your labor, kind of thing. We have licorice, which is about fight and flight, your adrenals. So like I said before, about worrying about things going wrong. You certainly dealt with a lot of that in your past. Echinacea, building your immune system. So building something up so you feel safe in your life. This is about safety. This life is safe for you. No one's going to rip you off. No one's going to steal from you. Or if you feel like that has happened in this life, to move on from that. Spirit is saying they're stealing from themselves. Maybe you stand up for, you know, you're very strong and different rights in this lifetime. You get infatuated by things, whether it's people, places. What's yours is yours. And maybe opening up your heart a little bit and sharing that platonic there, sharing yourself with good friends, wanting a good relationship that you share with is really that's what's going to dispel this energy. Yeah, you've got rosebuds, so unconditional love, love for yourself, being not fearful of love. Interesting. And lavender. So this is lavender is about dispelling anxiety and fear. Interesting. You got the licorice as well. Maybe you have restless nights. Maybe you make a decision, or you make a decision about something, and then you worry if it was the right one. You made a lot of decisions that really altered the state of people's lives. And in this lifetime, you don't have to worry about other people. You have to just be in your energy and actually really learn to enjoy what you have around you. You possibly are a leader again in this lifetime. You could just be leading your life. Leader with an open heart and with fun. All right, pile 3. I hope you've resonated. Leave me a comment in the comments below, and take care, and we will chat later. Bye for now.